One of the biggest names you'll ever hear in your lifetime is Satan. The devil is iconic in more ways than just one. They are a fallen angel. They turn from good to bad, or sometimes they're just actually misunderstood and just is the good guy. Maybe sometimes God can be the actual bad guy. Maybe Satan is really cute and adorable. Maybe our dear old Satan is really good at singing. But the greatest devil I have ever seen comes from an anime where he works at one of the greatest jobs of all time. He works as a part-time worker at a McDonald's. Oh wait, my bad. McRonald's. The only reason why he works there is take over the world by taking over one of the biggest food companies of all time. Why didn't he take over Amazon, or even better, Disney? I mean, technically Disney is already taking over the world, so he wouldn't have to do much. And of course, the man who wants to take over the world and get back home is Satan, also known as Mal. He is the main protagonist of a series called The Devil is a Part-Timer. This is pretty much McDonald's the anime, but instead of a scary clown as their mascot, they have literal Satan as their mascot. Yeah, Satan is superior. Dude, I'm sorry, I just hate clowns. You know, we live in a society when Satan is less scary than clowns. But whatever you do, do not mention mimes to me. Mimes are probably the scariest creature on this planet. This show for me is like the one restaurant you go back to every time, even after just going there a week ago. Or the one type of food that you go back to and never get bored of. Your comfort food. Your comfort restaurant. It's not a 3 Michelin star worthy quality food or restaurant, but it's still great. It isn't the greatest anime to ever exist, but it is most certainly a very good and enjoyable one. I have watched this show about 6 times as of right now. It's a very easy rewatch with only 13 episodes, and now season 2 on its way. And it's just an enjoyable series. This show is my comfort food. I enjoy it every time I watch it. It never gets old for me. And on top of that, we finally get a season 2 for the anime. I am so giddy and happy to see that season 2 of Devil is a Part-Timer is coming after 9 years of waiting for it. This gives us hope for No Game No Life season 2, baby. But probably not. Devil is a Part-Timer has such a fun and enjoyable cast that you can't help but love. You have the lazy Lucifer, who is your typical otaku nerd who spends Sadao's money on stupid things every chance he gets. You have the main character, the devil himself, Sadao Mal, the man who is super goofy and wacky every time he's on screen. Him having a massive harem with Shiho, Asiel, Emi, and Suzuna, and now a literal baby. Plus, this man is one of the greatest McDonald's workers that no one ever was. And maybe, just maybe, if he was working over my local KFC, maybe they might actually be good. Asiel, the loyal general for Sadao Mal, the man who is the most knowledgeable with their money. He's like the mom of the group, and by God is he phenomenal. Next, we have Suzuna, who is a next door neighbor who, what did she do again? Oh yeah, she changed sides from the evil side of the church to the good side of Satan! Welcome to my TED Talk of how to get cancelled 101. But she is a very skilled assassin who was sent to destroy Sadao by the menace known as Colonel Sanders. But she does betray Mitsuki because he is actually not the colonel but an imposter. He's an imposter among us. We do have Chio, who is just the little definition of fan service and getting cut by the MC every 20 seconds. I mean, come on, Mal, she just wants your dick. Finally, we have Emi, the hero of the story who falls in love with Sadao but refuses to admit it because she is a tsundere. But at least we know that she is a stalker and is very open about it. These are our main characters of season 1 who will probably become just as important in season 2. Each character makes the show so much better because of all the interactions they have with each other. Seeing Emi constantly getting upset with Sadao but being a secret simp for him all along, or just threatening to kill him every 20 seconds. Seeing the interactions between Asiel and Lucifer, having Lucifer being a lazy piece of garbage and Asiel always acting like the mother, telling him what to do and just bossing him around, as well as talking to Sadao about money and food like they're an old married couple. Seeing Chio flush her every time she's within 200 feet of Sadao. I love the comedy that comes from this series. It is my comfort humor. It's not gonna make me slap my knee and have trouble breathing because I'm laughing so hard, or twirling my fingers saying this is the greatest joke I've ever heard. The humor is just enjoyable. It's gonna make me laugh and have a great time while watching it. One thing about this series is that it's not just a comedy and that's all it's known for. Of course, that is one of the main parts of this series. I mean, it's about Satan literally working at McDonald's, struggling with day-to-day life. But this anime can get really serious as well. And with that in mind, one thing to know about this man is that he's the protagonist of this show and believes in the power of friendship. So if you hurt his friends, he gets serious and buffs out. And oh my god, does he buff out. Hey, can you crush me with your big muscles, Mal-sama? Seeing this man go from being a demon lord to slowly becoming more and more human. He starts to care more than he did before. He still wants to rule the world, but he wants to protect everyone he considers to be a friend. Even someone like Emmy, who threatens to murder him every 2 seconds. Those serious moments of the show don't feel misplaced, but end up feeling pretty good. This show brought so many new ideas to the medium of anime and the genre of isekai, and this came out a year after Sword Online did. Devil is a Part-Timer came out with a brand new concept for the isekai genre called reverse isekai, where a character gets transferred to the real world from a fantasy one, a concept we have never seen before and was a great idea. Well, until the current age where it's now overdone. Even with all these new isekais out here and honestly making me more and more bored of this genre, I still keep coming back to this anime. And with a new season out as well, I am even more excited just thinking about it. And in general, with anime, we have our guilty pleasures like Citrus or Domestic Girlfriend, but we also have our comfort anime that we cannot get enough of. Devil is a Part-Timer will forever be mine. Sadao will always have a special place in my heart as one of my favorite protagonists of all time. These characters and the show still hold up to this day. I love shows like this that shake up a genre and throw them on their heads. We had stuff like Mushoku Tensei that brought a new meaning to the isekai genre. Konosuba with the idea of parodying the crap out of this genre. Re:Zero, which is my favorite isekai, bringing more and more aspects to this genre, getting me invested in the characters and the plot of this show, making each character more and more relatable. Devil is a Part-Timer is no different. It is a very enjoyable isekai. Most anime that bring more and more real life elements into the show may ruin it or make us get depressed because we see how crappy society really is. But this show doesn't do that. In the moments where they're struggling to put food on the table, they bring a level of comedy to make it funny. Obviously, there are critiques with this show, such as the story not being the best, but even with this, still, I love the crap out of the show. The characters are fun. The series is just really fun. My enjoyment of this show hasn't changed over the past 6 years since watching the show for the first time. I constantly come back to the show and rarely ever get bored of it. The premise of Satan having to do Monday chores is comedy gold for me. He has to go to work, clean the house, pay rent, and manage their budget. It is just a fun take on the isekai genre. And ever since I heard the news that season 2 was announced, I have been extremely hyped and waiting for this day to finally arrive. And to be all honest, I'm just gonna wait and watch it dubbed.